if you just follow me around as I walk, and nobody will know that the lighting's not done yet. All right, guys. Now I know I said the last upload was going to be the last one you saw before the giveaway is over, but I couldn't help it. Had to give you one last merch plug because a lot of our winners do in fact win by entering on the last day. I don't know if the last day is lucky or if everyone just waits until the last possible minute. But yes, one little item is all it takes to change your life forever. Right now, 10x entries is live. You get automatically entered for both vehicles, the Powerwagon Ultimate Adventure Setup and the ZR1. Thank you. And eventually, someday, we'll have better lighting. But yes, if you have not entered yet, hit that link down below, 717supply.com. One of you is about to take home this whole setup here. Good luck, guys. Last chance to change your life forever. Right here. Something was missing from this car. Just couldn't quite put my finger on it, but I think I got it now. And now that we have the sticker installed to let every other citizen know that I am in fact a student driver, we can fire it up and go on a quick little that won't get old anytime soon. Go on a little drive and then meet back here for some serious talk. Sir, well, that's enough anyway. Like I said, wanted to give you some fun stuff, some action before the bad news. That's all. Gonna make a nice little spot here to talk. And quite frankly, a C8 Corvette is a really comfortable, it's a really comfortable place to be actually. So this is nice. I think it goes in like this, right? Goes in with the back at the bottom. Yep. All right. All right, so actually got the car turned around here so that the sun was facing the right way, so you can see me real good. And in that 10 seconds, it was like a monsoon. So if you're wondering why there's water droplets, that's why. It stopped now though, so audio should be good. And check this out. I just realized this works because of the yoke. If I didn't have the yoke, I'd have the big line right here in the middle of the screen. So clearly I planned all this. But first, we'll get into it. But first, let me talk about why I don't normally make videos like this, but I'm sick of it. You know, I'm sick of pretending like everything is okay and normal. So I'm gonna talk about it. But I normally don't because number one, I try to make fun, positive uploads. Now, sometimes it's a negative thing, like me getting arrested driving through a creek or a car dealership charging over MSRP. So although those are like negative things, it's content related and still fun. It's not a big life ordeal, right? Number two, I don't normally make negative videos like this because I don't ever want to feel like I'm complaining to you guys. And I'm not. This is me explaining, not complaining. But I hate to even feel that way at all because my dad had a saying when I was a kid, and you're going to be like, wow, that's really dramatic, but it's true and effective because I'm 30 now and I have never forgotten this saying, and it really helps to keep me grounded through life. Whenever I'm going through something bad, I always think of this, so it was very effective. I'd be a little kid complaining about not getting my way with something stupid, as kids do, and he would say, well, you know, there's kids in the hospital with cancer your age, could be worse. And it's like, wow, that's really, you know, gone pretty far with it, but again, effective. So I'm very thankful to have my health and a great family and a job I love. Trust me, I always remember that. So I'm not complaining, and this is not like, oh, woe is me, my life is so terrible, but it's just to explain why things have been the way they have been. So let's go back to starting my own company. And, you know, was unhappy with some things with the old company. I'm not going to get into that, but it was the push I needed to start my own. And I should have done this a long time ago. So started 717 Supply. To start a business, there is some cost, you know, probably $100 grand worth of getting the building, improvements, all the inventory, shelving, all that stuff. And then the truck, the Denali, plus the 10 grand and the mods I did. So I was in about 200K for the whole thing. Not too bad, actually, starting a whole new business. I was confident that it would pay off. To cover why I do giveaways real quick, obviously there is a financial component to it, and that's why no matter what views a YouTuber gets, they do other things. Us automotive YouTubers are in a tough genre because even the biggest, craziest of videos, like Whistle and Diesel, his videos will get like, maybe 10 to 20 million views. And that's a lot, but not even as much as I think they should get, because like there's other YouTubers that will make a video eating a hamburger and it gets like 50 million. Now, I know it's tough to compare, but my point is that like as an automotive YouTuber, our views are going to be capped because we have a limited audience, and our videos are expensive because, other YouTubers, again, they can eat a sandwich and get 50 million views or do something sitting in front of a screen, whereas we have to do stuff with vehicles, and that's not cheap. So no matter what YouTuber you watch, whether it be Whistle and Diesel, selling some merchandise, doing some fun stuff with, getting people incentivized to buy it, Stradman working with 8080, doing sponsored videos, Cletus doing his giveaways, and of course he has the whole Freedom Factory thing, Cletus does. So no matter what YouTuber you watch, my point is that even if you get 1 million views per upload, which I've never ever gotten anywhere close to that anyway, but even if you do, you have to do other things because the ad revenue just doesn't cut it. I'll give you an example. Like even getting 1 million views on an upload used to be, I think, more money, but now it's probably like $4,000 maybe. And, a lot of money goes into getting those views. It's not like if you are operating at a high level, that's why all YouTubers, car YouTubers, do, the bigger ones even, that are getting crazy views. That's why they all do something extra, like giveaways. So there is a financial component to it. Like to keep my channel going, I do have to do something. Doesn't necessarily have to be giveaways. But the reason why I choose those is because obviously I'm very passionate about that. Yes, there's a money component involved, but clearly if you look at my Powerwagon giveaway, for example, it's obvious that I am very passionate about my company and what I do. Like that truck setup is really cool. I put my heart and soul into it. So it's not just money. It's necessary for money, but it's also a passion project for me. And I clearly love it. Again, I put way more effort into that than I probably should, but I love it. So that's why we as automotive YouTubers do it. And I was confident the investment would pay off. So we launched the first one, the Denali, and it does really well. Now I had taken off like 4 months of doing giveaways, and I figured it would be pretty big because of that, and it was doing really well. And then it was doing well by itself, and then we launched the ZR1, which I thought about making my first one, but the timing wasn't right, but I wanted to do something really special for my new company, and it did amazing. So I had bad months where I wasn't getting paid anything from the giveaways. I put all this money in and all this effort, but it was now paying off. And then we hit a major snag. The company that we were working with, the banking company that we were working with to do our credit card processing, we told them ahead of time that, hey, yes, this is a new company, because obviously as a merchant processor, you're going to be looking at, all right, what company are you starting? They do your credit card transactions. Like when you have an online store, somebody has to do your credit card processing. So we told them, hey, yes, we are a new company, but look, I have 1 million YouTube subscribers. I get, anywhere from 100,000 views, maybe to 200, 300, depending on what happens. And, I have a great support base that loves to support my company and what I do. So we're going to do a lot in sales, and we have to, because heck, we got, $100,000 truck and a $150,000 car. So if we're not doing $500,000 in sales, we're losing money. So we told this to them, and they said, yeah, no problem, whatever. So the giveaways start up and they do really well, and we cross the $500,000 mark, which of course you're going to think, wow, $500,000, but trust me, $500,000 wasn't even to get back what we had in already. So we cross that, and then we start getting up there in money with the two of them over 45, 50 days. And, we did really well. Now, again, a lot of this was, I don't want anyone to think like I'm making $1 million, because I would love to. And I would be honest. I would tell you guys if I made $1 million. I've showed you guys my real ad revenue numbers before. I've showed you all real numbers before. When we're doing that in gross sales, we're getting close to $1 million. It's like, all right, we're doing really good. Like the company's doing really good. We can put a lot of this back into the company because we want to make it look really cool in here. We want to buy more cool inventory for you guys and buy the next vehicle. So we were finally like, this is doing really well. We're going to be able to keep going. And then honestly, the goal would be to run giveaways and back off of them a little bit and only run one, like I talked about at the end of the Powerwagon, maybe only run maybe 4 or 5 a year. That's where I want to be, you know, just doing them a little bit more relaxed. And then because we were doing too well, started having some problems with the bank. They said, well, you know, this is very suspicious. You're a new company. How could you be doing this many sales? And it's like, well, we told you guys why. We told you that, yes, we're a new company, but I've been doing this for years, and there's a big group of people just waiting to enter. You know, people get excited. They want to win a car or a truck, and this is like the coolest one I've ever done. And they were like, all right, well, we have to let our fraud department review it because, you know, any company that does $500,000 in sales in like a week or two, they're going to look at that as being suspicious, and we're a brand new company. So they looked at it and they decided that, well, you know, we're going to shut down everything right now just to cover themselves, which I get it, I guess, because if it was fraud or something, they don't want to lose any more money. So they shut it all down, and they said, you know, we're just going to hold the money until all the credit card chargebacks would be charged back. You know, in case we were a fake company and we were just pretending to sell stuff, and then we took everyone's money and then didn't send the product out, obviously you guys would all charge back on your credit cards. You would call and say, hey, you know, I never got my stuff. So I was like, all right, that's not great, because now that's all of our money. That was all of our sales. Now, again, think about it. We started a brand new company. I put a lot into the company, and that was all of the money that was coming back in. I had a lot of really cool builds lined up. It wasn't just doing steering wheels and Lambo doors. There was a lot of other stuff. So I was like, all right, how bad can it be? They're going to hold it for what, 30 days? You know, we can make that work. 180 days, I believe, it was either 120 or 180. This is the good news. We had to get a new processor. We're set up now. So everything's been fine. This happened, by the way, like a while ago, like a couple months ago. I waited to talk about it because I just didn't know how to talk about it. Being honest, I'll tell you guys, it was $920,000, $922,000, I believe. So that was everything gone. Now, we will eventually get it. We're almost at that mark now. And thank God, because we can put it back into the company. But I had to start over again with the Powerwagon, put more money from my own pocket into doing everything, and start literally not only starting from zero, but starting behind, because we had all the bills from the first giveaway that we got $0 from, basically. So that's just it. That's why, you know, it's been hard. And then, of course, like our ceiling fell down in the building. Now we rent, so it's not that big of a deal. It was a minor setback, but I did the walls and the lighting, and then that was destroyed. But that's going to get fixed. But I just wanted to be very honest. That's why, like, I had a lot of really cool builds and stuff planned. It was a huge, huge setback. Again, the dollar amount, I don't know if I'll put it in the title or whatever, but it's not clickbait. That's true. I mean, imagine you start a business and you're doing well, and basically $1 million gets taken away from you. Basically $1 million. And that $1 million, again, I know you're going to think like $1 million. I don't make anywhere near $1 million, right? That's not going to happen. But I would have made a good enough chunk to do like twin turbo stuff and other stuff. Like I would have made a good chunk, you know, probably at least a couple $100,000, which would carry the channel for a while. Again, I don't want to make this like a woe is me thing. It's not, because this happened. I waited until I was clear of this. Now, I did send away the C8 ZR2. You'll notice it's not here. It's at LMR, and it's going to get built right now. It should be the fastest car, by the way, that I've had. It's going to make a little over, it's going to make, I'm not going to say exactly, but it might make 1,100 wheel and be very, very light. It's like a 3,100 pound car. So that car is going to be absolutely nasty, but I missed out on a lot of racing and some other stuff because of this setback. So that's it. I'm going to end it here before I ramble on, but I wanted to be very open and honest with you guys. Now that that situation is kind of behind me, I felt like I could talk about it. Anyway, that's it. Thank you all so much for your support. It's all worth it for sure. It really is. Again, I'm super passionate about the giveaways, clearly, with the Powerwagon stuff that you guys are loving as well. And, you know, this is all just growing pains, starting a new business. It happens. It's not the end of the world. Like I stated at the beginning of the video, could be worse, but it was a setback. So anyway, we're past that now. Thank you all for your support once again. Hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, give this upload a big thumbs up. Take care and have a great night.